Hello students, so far we are discussing with tissue chapter. So now we are going to proceed with animal tissue. For the animal tissue, the best example will be the human body tissue. So we were going to discuss in brief about this. Histology. So in the previous video, we were discussed about histology. So it's just a recap session. Histology is nothing but the study of tissue. It is one of the building block of an organism for animal or plant. An organism is comprised of tissues which are made up of individual cells. These cells share a similar structure, how they are built and function, what they do. So these are the two functions. A tissue is a group of connected cells that have a similar function within an organism. There are four basic types of tissues in the body of all animals, including the human body. These make up all the organs, structure and other content of the body. They form the covering of the external surface, internal cavities and organs of the animal body. Epithelial tissue cells are tightly packed and form a continuous sheet. The skin, the lining of the mouth, the lining of the blood vessels, lung alveoli and kidney tubules all are made up of epithelial cells. Animal tissues are classified into four types. First is epithelial tissue, second one is muscular tissue, third one is connective tissue and fourth one is nervous tissue. Epithelial tissue is nothing but the covering, that is the protection. Muscular tissue is used for movement plus locomotion. Connective tissue which is used for binding, support and transport. Nervous tissue, control plus coordination. So these we are going to discuss in brief now. So epithelial tissue are of 5 types: squamous, cuboidal, columnar, ciliator, glandular. Whereas muscular tissue are of 3 types: striated, non-striated, cardiac. Connective tissues: areola, supporting, adipose, skeletal, fluid. Whereas supporting tissues are of 2 types. One is tendon, another one is ligament. Whereas in skeletal, it's again of 2 types. One is a cartilage, another one is bone. In fluid, again it's connected into 2 types, blood and lymph. Types. There are 4 types of tissue found in animal: epithelial, connective, muscular and nervous tissue. In this lab, you will learn the major characteristic of each tissue and examine various types of each tissue under the microscope. So, while we connected with the live class, I just show the demonstration about the practical view of the tissues. So, as we discussed, animal tissue are of 4 types: epithelial, muscular, connective and nervous tissue. Epithelial tissue are of different types. They are squamous, columnar, cuboidal, glandular, etc. Muscular tissue are of 3 types. They are striated, unstriated and cardiac. Connective tissues are of different types. They are blood, bone, ligaments, tendons, cartilage, areola, adipose, etc. Nervous tissue consists of nerve cells called neurons. So these we seen in the flowchart itself. So now we will discuss each type of the epithelial tissues. Epithelial tissue is the covering or protective tissue in animal. It forms the outer covering like skin, outer covering of organ, inner lining of blood vessels, lungs, esophagus, etc. It protects the body and controls the movement of materials between the body and the surroundings and between the parts of the body. The cells are closely arranged and have a fibrous basement membrane. So the epithelial tissues are of 4 types: squamous, columnar, cuboidal and glandular. Squamous epithelial tissue consists of a layer of thin flat cell. It is present in the lining of blood vessels, lung, mouth, esophagus, etc. The skin has several layers of epithelial cells. This tissue is called stratified squamous tissue. Next we move on to columnar epithelial tissue. So column itself, the tall, consists of a tall pillar-like cells. It is present in the walls of the intestine. The columnar epithelial tissue in the respiratory tract has air-like projection called cilia. So cilia here you can see in bacteria it helps for the locomotion. So there will be the tiny structure, right? So that is cilia. This tissue is called ciliated columnar epithelial tissues. Next we move on to cuboidal epithelial tissue. Consists of cone-shaped shells having a basement membrane. It forms a lining of kidney, tubules and duct of salivary glands and provide mechanical support. Next, glandular epithelial tissue. Sometimes epithelial tissue folds inwards and forms a multicellular gland which secretes substance. So this tissue is called glandular epithelial tissue. So this will be the example for the types of epithelial tissue. Here you can see simple squamous, simple cuboidal, simple columnar. Stratified squamous, stratified cuboidal and pseudo-stratified columnar. So these are the examples. Muscular tissue. Connective tissue helps in the movements of the body. It consists of elongated cells called muscle fiber. It contains a protein called contractile protein which contract and relax and helps in movement. Muscles which can move under our will are called voluntary muscles. When you move the body, when you move your hands, it's called voluntary. Muscles which do not move under our will are called involuntary muscles, like heartbeat. Striated muscles are voluntary muscles having light and dark striation. The cells are long, cylindrical and are multinucleated. They are also called skeletal muscles because they are attached to bones. They help in involuntary movements of the body. Unstriated muscles is also called as smooth muscles. Smooth muscles are involuntary muscles having no striations. The cells are long and spindle shaped and are uninucleated. They are present in alimentary canal, blood vessel, bronchi of lungs, iris of eye, etc. They help in involuntary movement. Next we are going to discuss about cardiac muscles. So cardiac muscles where you can see in the heart. Again it is the involuntary muscles. Having a faint striations, the cells are long, cylindrical, branched and multinucleated. They are present in the heart and help in the contraction and relaxation of the heart. So this is a type of muscle: smooth muscle, skeletal muscle and cardiac muscles. Next one is connective tissue. Connective tissue connects and joins the different parts of the body together. The cells of the connective tissue are loosely packed and the space between the cells are filled with a jelly-like matrix. So in the connective tissue we are going to discuss about blood, bone, ligament, tendon, areola and adipose tissue. First we will discuss about blood. Blood contains a fluid matrix called plasma, which contain the red blood cells RBC, white blood cells WBC and platelets, thrombocytes. So the blood transport gases, digested food, hormones, waste material, etc. Bone. It is a hard and strong tissue. It consists of cells which are embedded in a hard matrix containing calcium and phosphorus compound. Bone forms the framework of the body and supports the body and the main organs. Next is ligaments. Ligaments are flexible tissue which joins bones together and help in movement. Tendons are fibrous tissue which join muscles to bones and help in movement. Areolar tissue fills the space between the skin and muscles, inside the organ, around the blood vessels, etc. It helps to repair the tissue. Adipose tissue. It is found below the skin and between the internal organ. It contains fats and helps to store fats. So these are about connective tissues. So this snap you can see the component of blood. Blood is a connective tissue. Here you can see the white blood cells, red blood cells and the platelets, where the plasma also you can see. neutrophils, eosinophils, basophils, lymphocytes, monocytes, platelets, erythrocytes. So these are the components of the blood. Ligament and tendon. So tendon binds to bone, binds a muscle to the bone. Okay, so here you can see the ligament and tendons differentiation. Here you can see the areolar tissue, adipose tissue, bone tissue and cartilage tissue. So this will be the structure when we kept under the microscope. So next we move on to nervous tissue. Nervous tissue helps to carry message from one part of the body to the other and respond to stimuli. It is found in the brain, spinal cord and nerves. It consists of nerve cell called neuron. Neuron, it is the unit of nervous system. Neuron is otherwise called as nerve cell. It has a cell body containing a nucleus and cytoplasm. It has ad-like structure called dendrites and a long part called axon having the nerve endings. The axon has a protective covering called myelin sheath. The neurons are joined together to form nerve fiber where it have the stimulus to react it, respond it. The junction between the two neurons is called synapse, where the synapse will be the binding with the dendrites as well as the nerve ending. So this will be the structure of typical neuron. So please make a note of this diagram. It's very important diagram. Thank you students. So these are all about animal tissues.